Okay, I'm going to do this absolutely live. This is how I would have traded the NASDAQ on FOMC day. So FOMC kind of just happened a couple hours ago. Let's look at the full day. And again, completely live. So how I would have done this using dumb money concepts, spin off of the smart money concepts, obviously, is I actually traded this on live stream. And I did take a loss right on the open. And let's be transparent about that. I tried to long, basically after I've seen this failure to make that low there, right? And I thought it was going to come back up. The point being because as well, the daily levels look pretty solid still. We failed to make a new low here. And I thought we were coming up to fill up this gap backed up to these levels, right? And I thought that might have been the move on the open. So we took a long and then we ended up closing the long for a loss right around here. So perfectly fine. We lost $1,200 on that trade, okay? The next thing I had seen is, of course, price going against us. So we took a short because when I'm not right, I'm right in the opposite direction, of course, right? So we've seen the 4-hour candle close really bearishly. So we can look at any major levels here. Now you'll notice that there's no level here, right? But there is on the 2-hour, right? It is on the 2-hour. So we shorted that with, we would have been able to add against it as well, right? And we shorted that all the way back down to this level here, which is the 4-hour level as well, okay? So that was a really good profitable trade there. So we got ourselves out of that loss. Now, the next thing that can happen is, okay, after that level, we can get some confirmation if price is going to change around, right? And we don't see any major reasons why price is going to change around until the FOMC. Price continued down. This nice little wick didn't mean too much because it was basically just wicking nothing, right? There was no levels here of significance. It still needed to come back and test that zone before continuing to the downside, right? So that wick, it's nice and gravy and all for the bulls, but it wasn't enough for me to say, hey, I want to actually do anything. Plus FOMC was coming pretty soon and I wasn't sure, so we just wait, right? FOMC came and the press conference came and that caused this big spike here. After that big spike hit, well, first of all, we can see what happened on the 4-hour. We see a nice bounce off of that level on that close on the 4-hour, right at 11, right? Then we can jump it to the 15. That 15 close gives us a really strong confirmation that we're going to be bouncing off of one of these levels. So we have a level here, all right? And then we have a level down here where that green line is, okay? So we added up both, right? And all we did was long to a new high. So we here, and all we did, we had some sort of long in here, right? I can't remember the exact levels and whatnot, but this is the reality. We add to it as it goes against us, and we long to the new high. Now, we didn't obviously get the perfect top, but you could have gotten a perfect top right off that level, okay? Next thing that happened, so you get out of that long, and it started dumping. I was not actually going to trade this late in the day, but you can see the price is still moving. And after we see a massive failure here to make that new low, again, it's going to come back up to these highs and attempt. So we've seen a really ranging market today, and you would have been able to make a ton of money actually today. And we can actually pull up, and I made $1,600, right? After making a $1,200 loss. So you guys can see that right there, okay?